Slovakia welcomes the Champions of the Future Academy program for what would be round 4 of the 6-round championship for the final phase of the European Tour. And in the OKN senior category, time qualifying was very interesting. That saw Markas Silkunas, current championship leader, on the top spot. But he found himself battling with his sister, Vanesa Silkunaite, fighting also at the sharp end as both of them went 1-2 in TQ.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the pole. It was a really long time when I made it. The lap was pretty good, not perfect. I'm happy for my sister, and I hope we are starting 1 and 2 in the final.
Going into the first of the qualifying heats, though, it would be Kacper Rajpold taking the first win, only a 10th ahead of Markas Silkunas and Ella Hakkinen, who gained an incredible 7 places ahead of Kacper Rajpold and Vanesa Silkunaite. Qualifying Heat 2 would see a slightly different story. Markas Silkunas this time back at the sharp end and clear by just under half a second from Rajpold, this time seeing Chiara Battig locking out the top 3 from Ella Hakkinen and Vanesa Silkunaite, meaning that going into the qualifying heats, it would be Silkunas on pole position with Kacper Rajpold alongside. Ella Hakkinen and Chiara Battig would lock out the top 2 rows, with Vanesa Silkunaite and Kacper Rajpold running out the top 6 ahead of the final. The scene is ready. It's OKN Senior. It is lights out, fights on as we race down in towards turn number 1. It's a good start for the inside row. Silkunas and Hakkinen get into P1 and P2 down in towards turn 1 as Rajpold could not get the power down off the line. He is slotted into 3rd place as the driver behind kicks up some dust as they head through. As down the inside, there's the first change. It's Rajpold down on Ella Hakkinen. It's now Hakkinen and Battig in 3rd and 4th place. Go Boat saying, you know, I'm leading by anything like this, as Hakkinen pushing through the field again, fighting back just in the background, and still actually kicking off quite nicely here between the 2 of them. Down the inside, nicely done on Vanesa Silkunaite.
We need to highlight Silkunaite this weekend as she goes down the inside. It's like she can hear us talking about her. Doing a brilliant job in the OKN Senior.
Yeah, exactly that, as Hakkinen again on the move, this time on Kacper Rajpold, looking really dialed in and comfortable here down the inside. I think it has happened, unfortunately, to Hakkinen. I think she's just been tumbled down the order. Yep, she's completely on the outside. The whole train's going through. That's such a shame.
It's now further down the order. We've lost a driver out there. That could be Dylan Patel.
It is.
That once more will not continue to go round. Let's move down the inside. That's Ella Hakkinen trying to pick things up once more. Galan, Rodda and Matsoy as well. As now this is the chance. This is Kacper Rajpold getting into P2. Big send of Chiara Battig. Very nicely done.
Speaking of some good results down the inside, Signe Ornboll's looking for a good result here. It's got past Radek Vavra and up inside that top 5 now. That is the fight on your screen. Ella Hakkinen in that fight has just outbraked herself there in towards turn number 7. And she's showcasing the quick pace that she had earlier on as they're all trying to get involved. Kacper Rajpold in there as well. Has sensed to get down the inside and has gone for it. But right now, Markas Silkunas is going to add to his dominant tally here in Slovakia. He's won 4 out of 6, make it 5 out of 7 for Markas Silkunas. He's done it. The Lithuanian continues his dominant streak and adds another 50 championship points to his name.
Yeah, I'm really happy with everything and how it's gone this weekend.
After a calm but controlled final from Markas Silkunas, having to survive 24 laps with Kacper Rajpold closing in behind, he finishes just 2/10 clear from the driver from Poland. Chiara Battig comes away with another podium in 2025, securing her spot in the championship standings with 1 more day to go in Slovakia.
The tension was rising in the OKN senior paddock going into Sunday with the dominant performance in the final on Saturday from Markas Silkunas. Could anyone top him to the top of the table? Well, on Sunday, the new pole sitter was crowned. Monaco's Ella Hakkinen finding herself on pole position ahead of Chiara Battig and Oscar Galan.
Yeah, we just put all the sectors together and it just worked out. I knew I would have a good track position, so I just stayed calm and like think about everything. So I think that was a really good lap, quite a bit, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy with that.
Going into those qualifying heats, it was shown not just to be a one-off fluke of a lap time. Ella Hakkinen securing Heat 1 win, the Monegasque finishing ahead of Oscar Galan by 0.3 of a second, and Chiara Battig rounding up the top 3. Kacper Rajpold and Markas Silkunas had a tough fight on their hands as they just managed to scrape into the top 5. Going into the second of those qualifying heats, Ella Hakkinen continued to show her true pace as she came away with maximum points ahead of the final. Oscar Galan and Kacper Rajpold rounded out the top 3 with Radek Vavra, and this time Vanesa Silkunaite rounding out the top 5. Meaning going into the final, it was all down to see what Ella Hakkinen could do, with Oscar Galan and Kacper Rajpold locking out the top 3 ahead of the final.
As we enter into the tram lines, lights out, fights on in OKN Senior. It's a lightning start for Hakkinen once again. She holds on to the lead as the field goes through one car facing the wrong direction at the start of that race. But eyes focus on the front. Galan still there in second place. Drama is struck for Pietro Camerlengo. He's out of the race.
Through sector number 2. Kacper Rajpold absolutely well within this trio, as well as the pack of carts behind them get incredibly busy. Change for the race. Lead now. Oscar Galan bites the bullet through the hairpin. Gets it done. That almost opened it up for Rajpold as well, but Rajpold has to back out as Ella managed to carry good speed on that wider line, but now loses out through turn number 12 to Kacper. Looks like maybe Radek Vavra is going to get through as well, but doesn't.
Eyes on this one then. Well, Oscar Galan, where's his pace come from as he's pushing his way through? As
Ella
Ella, yeah, she's trying to push her way back, and she's done so. Ella Hakkinen back into second place. Might suffer later on as down the inside, send for Rajpold on Vavra. He pushes through, and so does Vanesa Silkunaite. Might have to think about having to deal with her brother later on, because Markas Silkunas has just set the fastest lap of the race. He had that drama earlier on, and now he's pushing his way through the fields. He's just got past Guido Badoli. Drama has struck, unfortunately. That is Simon Hollander's machine. So Rajpold doesn't, I don't think, wants to go for this move. I think it's in his best interest to stay behind Hakkinen here, push her forward towards Oscar Galan, and see what they can do. Right now, you can see that second group. Right, there's the first change. Down the inside, Silkunas has done it. That's the most important one. We were waiting for that first overtake to happen. It's happened at the back of the group, which means it hasn't affected the front.
He has used her to try and get up to the back of Oscar Galan, but now if he wants to one-up his possession, he's going to have to try and give it a go, and giving it a go is Markas Silkunas. On the inside at turns 7 and 8, gets past Radek Vavra for P4.
For Oscar Galan, he has not stood on a podium so far this season. Chiara Battig is trying to get involved in the fight. She certainly is doing so. She has stepped up now past Radek Vavra and is into 5th place. He rounds the final corner, and the driver from Poland claims his first final win in 2025. It is Oscar Galan across the line. Ella Hakkinen secures her first podium of 2025. She comes away with 2nd place.
It was really physically demanding race, really long race, but I'm happy that I was able to keep it almost through the whole race. Yeah, I think it was a good drive, consistent. Overtake on Ella, I'm happy that I did it, and yeah.
At the end of a very close and competitive final in OKN Senior on Sunday, Oscar Galan comes away with his first podium and his first final win in the Academy program in 2025. Ella Hakkinen as well comes away with her first podium of the 2025 season with a close 2nd place by only half a second. Kacper Rajpold, once more with his step up into the senior category from the juniors, comes away with another podium in the senior category, finishing in 3rd ahead of Markas Silkunas and Chiara Battig, meaning the championship still though is wide open for the Lithuanian as he heads to the UAE, to Elaine and to Alpha San for the final 2 rounds.